Hello.
I'm James.
Hi. I'm Salvo, and we are the co-authors of Once Upon a Weasel. And our awesome illustrator, Dave Leonard, couldn't be here today.
He's
but
wonderful.
He's the best.
Yes.
Hi, Dave.
And we all love weasels. We love the word weasel. I think it started with that. And then we came up with a title, and we thought, well, we better write a book to fit the title, I guess. So that's why we came up with Once Upon a Weasel.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Now let's read Once Upon a Weasel.
Okay, here we go. Once Upon a Weasel. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Murray, you ready? He gave this the eye blink. He's ready.
Yeah.
World of the Weasel presents Once Upon a Weasel.
Yay!
When I was a kid, I had a pet weasel. I think that's a rather unusual animal for a kid to have, but I was a rather unusual kid. Before the weasel came into my life, it was just me and my mom and pop. We lived in the city above a hat shop, which my parents owned. I didn't play much with kids at my school. I had to help mom and pop in the hat shop most of the time. It was supposed to teach me responsibility, whatever that was. Some nights when the moon was out, I would stare up at it and imagine rocketing around the universe. I didn't have a lot of friends or many adventures, but I did dream a lot. Mainly about outer space and how big it must be up
Wait,
there.
if that's the same head, that one.
Yeah, he's got the same toy here and here. Yeah, that's his rocket ship. And now he's dreaming. And he's saying, he's dreaming mainly about outer space and how big it must be up there, and how certainly my world of school and homework and the hat shop would seem so tiny if only I could ever get there.
One day, Mom and Pop sent me on an errand to buy some odds and ends for the store. On the way back, something caught my eye. He had big eyes, soft orange fur, and a playful nature. I loved him right away. That first night, I snuck the weasel into my room. I made a little bed for him and gave him some food. I soon realized how rambunctious weasels are. I imagined all sorts of adventures we could have together. The weasel would be my little secret. I promised I would always look after him.
Soon after the weasel settled in, my class took a field trip to the Science Museum. Of course, the weasel wanted to come along. At the planetarium, a man told us about the moon and Mars and comets and supernovas. My mind took off. The weasel and I floated through space among the stars, far up and away from Earth. We landed on the moon and played hide and seek in its craters.
See the weasel here?
The weasel's,
There you
we
go.
found him.
Just a little bit of a peek out over the crater.
The moon seemed like a good place to play hide and seek, you know. Way down there was the world we knew. A world of school, chores, cleaning our room, and eating vegetables before ice cream. Here, on the moon, we'd never again have to think about rules or homework or hats. We'd never again be picked last for the team. And so we claimed the moon as our own. We would build a lunar base, complete with a laboratory and a giant telescope. Oh, and an ice cream shop, and a bowling alley, and...
Pandemonium in the planetarium. While I was daydreaming, the weasel had slipped out of my jacket and made his way atop the giant bulbous projector. Screams filled the air as the shadow of a monster crept across the sky.
There's a giant shadow of a monster. But is it really a monster?
No,
What is it?
it's him.
It's the weasel.
A tiny little weasel. I ran after him, but the weasel was too quick, darting out of the theater and down the halls of the museum.
And later you can take this page and you can trace it. Go all the
He
way.
is absolutely everywhere in this museum. But I knew where the weasel was headed.
To the moon! And that's exactly where I found him. A furious mom and pop had to close the hat shop to come get me. In the morning, I would have to take the weasel back. We were sent to our room. We started planning our escape. Making a plan here. For what is he drawing?
He's drawing a rocket ship.
Yep. He's gonna use it to escape. But there was no time left. We had to launch or the Weasel would be lost for good.
He's making one.
Yeah, he's making a rocket ship.
Yeah, but he didn't use that pretend rocket ship.
No.
That's the one he built.
Let's see what happens. We had to launch or the Weasel would be lost for good. The countdown began.
Ooh, can I count down with you?
Yeah, let's all do this together. Ready? 5,
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. We were free! But the farther from Earth we flew, the more lonely everything became. Maybe we weren't ready to live out here just yet. I was beginning to feel I had to come back down to Earth.
I still had work to do. I loved Mom and Pop, and I wanted them to love the Weasel. So I did the only thing that would make this happen. I decided to show them how responsible I could be. And I promised them that the Weasel and I would stay out of trouble forever. That night, Mom and Pop tucked us both into bed. The moon outside our window was full. We didn't sleep a wink. The end.
The end.
That was a really, really cool book.
Thank you.
Thank you
Shira.
so much. Thanks for having us to your
Yeah,
story
thanks.
corner to read it to you guys.
And
You're
what,
welcome.
Murray, what are you holding there?
A weasel.
A weasel. And it's just like the weasel from the book.
About
Because it's a special stuffed weasel. You can snuggle him into your jacket and sneak him around, except he won't cause pandemonium in the planetarium.
But he's too tiny.
He's so tiny.
Yeah, but I can open it so big to fit it in there.
Yeah, you can sneak him around places you go and carry your weasel with you. That's the whole idea.
Now I'll read a joke.
You're gonna get a pet weasel.
Before that, I want to mention real quickly our second book, which is called Wild Wild Weasel. What do you think this might be about? Looking from the cover.
It looks like he'll be chasing him all the time.
He's so wild that the boy.
Has to chase him all.
He's so wild the boy has to take him to obedience school. So we'll see how that.
Can
that
a
works
weasel
out.
be trained?
Can a weasel be trained?
Find out when you read
This
Wild
has all the
Wild
answers.
Weasel.
Now I'll read a joke.
Oh, it's joke time. Okay, we are ready.
What kind of fish goes with peanut butter? What?
I don't know.
Jellyfish.
You've got a future in comedy. Murray, was that funny?
Thank you.
That was pretty funny.
Bye. See you next time on Shira's Story
Thank you.
Corner.
Thank you.
Thank you to our host Shira.
Thank you,
Murray.
Shira.
Hi, welcome.
It's been so special to be here.
Hi,
Huh?
Book.
I think you probably burp like everybody else does, or you have your own technique.
Oh,
Very
that's
nice.
pretty good.
Very nice. Well,
That's
with,
it. On that note,
Ollie
Thank you
died.
for having us.
Ollie died.
we want to say
Ollie
to
died.
well wait. I want to say to all your viewers out there, thank you for watching, and you can check out our books on Amazon. But if you order through our website, worldoftheweasel.com, and you use the special code Shira, SHIRA, you get 10% off your purchase. So you can buy a copy of Once Upon a Weasel, you can buy a copy of Wild Wild Weasel, you can buy a custom handmade limited edition stuffed plush weasel that is super snuggly, right, Murray? Super snuggly. And you can buy these shirts that Shira is wearing. It says Once Upon a Weasel. It's got the boy and the weasel floating in space. They're super adorable, and we have them in kid sizes and adult sizes because they're really fun.
we've got it all.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. So bye. See you next time on Shira's Story Corner.